All right, shalom, shalom, shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praise, all honor, and all glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Rachakodash. I'd also like to give double honors to my elders and apostles, a great millstone that do well. And I would like to say peace and salutations to the Lord's elect, the hopeful elect of the 1/3. And Lord's will, this lesson will be edifying and exhorting to the sincere sheep of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Baha, Rachakodash. And to Wadi Bahashem, Yahushai, forgive me the inspiration to do this lesson. And as the title reads, you've entered a priesthood of the prophets. All right. And, this is only going out to the sincere sheep, which let me get this precept. All right. Go right here. And we'll go here. Let's go to John real quick. All right. Look, verse of the day, Luke 19:10. For the Son of Man is come to seek and to save that which is lost. See, talking about us. But let me get this quick precept. All right, this lesson, I was meditating upon it a few days ago, and I just put in my notes as priesthood, and just meditating, praying to the Lord for a good title. I believe this is a good title for us brothers, that are doing the work. Okay, because you have to understand that you are in a priesthood. Okay, but you're also a prophet, which you've had prophets that were priests as well. John 4:20. John 4:23, it says, but the hour cometh and now is when the true worshipers, okay, we are the true worshipers, all right, starting with the Israelite men, okay, the Israelite men, you brothers, you sincere brothers, all right, out here doing the work. I'd mentioned this in a lesson before, but now I want to reiterate what I was saying, okay, so that's why I'm thankful that the Lord put on my spirit to continue this, this thought process for this lesson. All right, we as Israelite men, as it says in Bayan Yasharala or Baba Kusha, GMS Virgin Island. If one of you brothers can put Ecclesiastes 12:13, the whole duty of a man. All right, so this is our duty. But what we're witnessing is what's taking place is we have entered into a priesthood. Okay, and just like the priest, they had a lot of duties pertaining to the temple, pertaining to teachings. And this is what we're doing. We're prophesizing, we're teaching, and what we're teaching is holy. Okay, we're set apart. All right, we're not in the world. Just like you read about the Levitical priest, which ultimately that priesthood was a shadow of things to come. So this is the spirit that we're in right now. This is why lessons come out. All right, Thawada, brother. All right, this is Bayan Yasharala, Ecclesiastes 12:13. Let us hear the conclusion of the whole matter. Fear the Most High and keep his commandments, for this is the whole duty of man. See, this is the whole duty of man. And the brother GMS Virgin Island posted it as well. See, but this is what the Spirit does. All right, this is what we're experiencing. This is what we're witnessing. Okay, you're witnessing the fruit of the Holy Spirit take place. You see. So finishing off, it says, but the hour cometh and now is when the true worshipers, okay, the true priests, the true servants, the true prophets, all right, the true congregation, the true innumerable multitude. We always speak about Israel's as the sand of the sea, but we are in the time where we are witnessing the true worshipers, the fruit, okay, that are coming out. Not just I'm an Israelite, so I'm here for chicken and lamb, all right, brothers and the few sisters, but we're speaking about the brothers first. And if the sisters are righteous, they understand that. Okay, this is to the priests, the brothers. It says the true worshipers shall worship the Father, look, in spirit and in truth. So with the Holy Spirit and the truth of Yahweh Shai. All right. It says, for the Father seeks such to worship him. Just give me a minute. All right, excuse me for that. And it says, let me get back where I was. It says, worship the Father in spirit and in truth, for the Father seeketh such to worship him. So you understand that we are in a time of a great watching. All right. We are in a time of great judgment. Okay. Of the Lord looking down on earth, you see, seeing if we're in the right spirit. And when you look at what we're involved in, okay, I say it as well as the elders. We understand this isn't my camp is better than your camp, or no, it's about truth's sake. And what I see, okay, I speak as a man, all right. I'm old enough to talk for myself, all right, and I've experienced other Israelite camps and teachings, and my estimation, what I believe in the spirit is the truth is coming out of who you know of Great Millstone. But why I say that is the spirit that is over this church, this body, this camp, because there's requirements that are laid that are across the board for all of us. You don't have to be in Great Millstone, but if you watch the elders and starting with Elder Pastor Haran down, and the message that's conveyed in the spirit, it's very sobering. All right. Something simple as 3 lessons a day, or 3 lessons in a week. You've heard many times. What's that? That's a requirement, because that's our sacrificing. Okay. Real quick, a lesson just came to mind since we're speaking about sacrificing. Let's go to Hebrews. All right. I believe it's 13 and 15. Check this out. We're always sacrificing, brothers. And who sacrifices? The priests. We're always sacrificing. Okay. This is Hebrews 13 and 15. It says, by him, therefore, let us offer the sacrifice of praise to Yahweh Bashem Yahushai continually. And that's what we do. Okay. We don't praise ourselves. We don't praise Christ. Okay. We're always giving glory to our God in the name of the Son, as a priest would do. This was the priestly duty. All right. There's many duties that the priest had to deal with. And let me show you. What were the duties of the Levite priests? Right here. So now who are the priests? Every single Israelite elect man. Okay. Every single Israelite elect man is a priest. All right. And it says, and prophets. We're also prophets too. All right. It says Levite principal role in the temple. What's the temple now? We're the temple, but the third temple is being rebuilt. So we have a role to play. Just like this is why Apostle Paul spoke about, if a brother wants to post it, was at 1 Corinthians 12 about many members, one body. Okay. But many members, actually I can even get it here. And maybe I could have, let's put many members, one body. See? Yep. See, it's a whole bunch. But 1 Corinthians 12 and 12, for as the body is one and has many members. See, the body's one body, one faith, one sound, one baptism, one truth, right? It says, for the body is one, there's many members. All right, I'm a member of this. Ultimately, we are what? Striving to be members of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, but here on earth, just like Yahushai said, I will build my rock upon this foundation, talking about Peter, who we believe through faith is King David, and has here on earth as a man of name of Masha, right? Because the scriptures just say your king will go into captivity, but that's another lesson, and that's fine. Nobody's here pushing nothing down your throat. The point is we're bringing things to reality that you read in the scriptures. So even in the Bible, Yahushai had in particular men he dealt with to build the teachings off of. That's why it makes sense like now. All right. But there's many members within this church, and all the members of that one body, being many, are one body. So also is Hamashiach. For by one spirit are we all baptized into one body, whether we be Jews or Gentiles. Now, what's that mean? Okay. Now the Jews being the Israelites who know they're Israelites, and the Gentiles, the foreign Israelites that don't know they're Israelites. And that's another thing too. A part of this priesthood is we accept the tattered and torn sheep coming back to Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. And look, let me show you. Look at the verse of the day. For the Son of Man has come to seek and to save that which is lost. We were all those Gentiles. Okay. We didn't know we were Israelites. We were the Gentiles. And then you find out that you're an Israelite, and then that's when the growing takes place. You see? So let me go back to where I was. All right. Man, I already forgot where I was. Was I right in here? Salakia. Oh, okay. Salakia. And it says, whether we be bond or free, and have been all made to drink into one spirit. See? Many members, one body. All right. Now let's go back. I believe I was right here. Oh no, I was in what is the Levite? I'm just getting everything that the Spirit is giving me. I don't have nothing in an order, but I'm just I'm just putting down what's given. And it says principal roles in the temple, including singing psalms during temple service, performing. Look, well, what's the song we're singing? What the song? Somebody right here was like, "Oh, look, I can rap." You know, I got this sister, man. She's but no, the song is the truth. For they had only they knew the song. See, because other Israelites will read this and they'll actually rap. They'll actually. I'm not saying rapping is wicked, but what are we going to edify you if we open up a camp or drop a music video? What's that going to do for you? See, this is why this priesthood that we've entered into is truly holy, because you have other other Israelites that are not even tapping into this side of the spirit. They're scratching the surface so that they can still be Babylonians, Babylonian Israelites. All right. We're singing the song. We're singing the good news. We're singing the song that only the elect would know. See, during temple services, camp, right? Lessons, performing construction and maintenance. Now look at this, performing construction. What's that? Oh, edifying. I'm building over here. When you're building, you're edifying. All right. Doesn't the scripture say for the scripture for the scriptures were given for inspiration? What's that? First Timothy's. I said I wasn't gonna make this long, but I can't control what the spirit is giving me. I do gotta head out, but hey, the spirit jumped on me to put this lesson. So where's First Timothy's? I believe it's First Timothy's 3:16. For some reason, that's what's ringing in my head. Second. Okay, it's got to be second. Second Timothy's. Let's try that. What does Second Timothy's 3 say? Let's find out. Second Timothy's 3:16. For all, it says all scripture is given by inspiration of the Most High. Look, and is profitable for doctrine, for reproof, for correction. All right, what you're doing, I'm edifying, I'm correcting, I'm building. That's the maintenance, the cleanup crew. You always see our apostles and elders are always fixing everyone else's doctrine. All right. When I first came in, that's all I saw going on was fixing the doctrine. So that's the correction. That's the maintenance. That's what the priest had to deal with, the maintenance. We got to fix this. Nope. The Sabbath is that. We got to fix this. No, the breakdown's that. That's what you've entered into, brothers. We've entered into others' labors, right? Like our apostles and elders did. And now this is why you see the particular spirit. This is why you see correction videos, because when an Israelite go up and tell a priest, why are you fixing that? Why are you fixing that? See, because Jake's not on a level. And I'm not saying this like, pointing fingers at you and I'm looking down. I'm saying the obvious. You have Jakes that are doing obvious things that's against the priesthood. Okay. Jake, you got certain Jakes that say that they're Levites that think that they're more of a priest than a brother that's a Gadite or Issacharite. We're all priests. Okay. We're all priests. Exodus 19:6. And ye shall be unto me as a kingdom of priests. This is talking to the whole entire Israelite male nation. And ye shall be unto me a kingdom of priests and a holy nation. And that's another thing. You got Israelites that identify as priests, but they're not holy. They're worldly as hell. They rap, all right? They do all type of shit, man. They're not holy at all. This is why we've entered the priesthood of the prophets, okay? Because there's a spirit of holiness that's being put upon us while prophesying and teaching. That's what a priest did. They would teach. All right. These are the words which thou shalt speak unto the men of Israel, the children, bond, the sons of Israel. See? So every single one of you brothers out here, all right, that have entered into this labor, put your hand to the plow, you have to understand that the work that you're doing is the work of a priest as well. Okay, because there's many offices, you see, and it says performing construction, so that's correction, right? Look, correction for instruction in righteousness. See, this is all the correction, perfecting of the saints. That's what the priest would do, and that's what we're doing because the Levitical priesthood was a shadow of things to come. Hebrews 10:1, for the law having a shadow of good things to come, and not the very image of the things, can never with those sacrifices which they offered year by year continually make the comers thereunto perfect. So this was a shadow of things to come. This is why it was told when you go into it, let me see. When you go into it, it speaks about how Levi, you know, before he was even within his father's loins, there was Melchizedek, because that's what we are. We're under the priesthood of Melchizedek now. Now, I don't know if it's in this one. It might be Hebrews 13. I didn't want to go into it too much because I had other points to make. But let me just see real quick, because it is on my spirit to read it. But it's okay. I can just quote it. Hebrews 10 might have been it. But basically, it even lets you know that the Levites, even though they were separated, that, like we said, that's a shadow of things to come. So just because you're not a Levite don't mean you're not a priest. Okay? Just because you're not a Levite don't mean you're not a priest. Now, it could be right in here. It could be even 9. Hebrews is a very beautiful read, man. Let me just see. Let me skim it real quick. I got a few minutes. Look, and every priest standeth daily, ministering and offering oftentimes the same sacrifice, which can never take away sins. So that's what the priest did back then. That was a very serious office. But even back then, it wasn't ultimately for what was going to deliver Israel. It was Yahushai's sacrifice, and we've entered into that sacrifice. And I'm going to go back to Hebrews, which we sacrifice with our lips when we do lessons. Brothers, you sacrifice even when you endure temptations. When you endure a temptation and you say, that's a sacrifice to the Lord. You see? See, look, but this is talking about Yahushai's sacrifice. But this man, after he had offered one sacrifice for sins, now was Yahushai a Levite? Yahushai wasn't a Levite, so how was his sin accepted? Yahushai wasn't a Levitical priest, so how could he do that? Because the Levitical priesthood was a shadow of things to come, and that's what Jake had a problem with. Like now, they just think because they're Levites that they're over you. You actually have Israelites right now, okay, that think because they're a Levite, they're over you. And it says he had offered one sacrifice for sins forever, sat down on the right hand of the Most High. And who's that? That's Yahushai, okay? That's Yahushai. That's why Paul said Yahushai, the Lion of Judah, that spoke nothing concerning the priesthood. How could Yahushai's sacrifice be accepted and he wasn't a priest? Because it's showing you. See? So we're priests. All right. Well, I was looking for it, but it's okay. Yeah, and the scriptures call Yahushai a high priest and an apostle. So Yahushai is a high priest and he's not a Levite. Let me get that for you real quick. I think it's Hebrews 3. Let me just make that point and I'm going to move on. Yep, look, Hebrews 3:1. Look, Yahushai, our high priest. It says, wherefore the holy brethren, partakers of the heavenly calling. See, you holy brethren, you are partaking in a heavenly calling. Consider the apostle. Yahushai is an apostle. Consider the apostle and high priest of our profession, Hamashiach Yahushai. See that? But he's not a Levite, but he's a Judite, but he's a high priest. So we just read in Exodus. So we are priests, and we have a high priest that makes the sacrifice for us, and that's Yahushai. You see? So we've entered the priesthood of the prophets. Now, let me finish this before I go too further. It says Hebrews 13:15. By him, therefore, let us offer the sacrifice of praise to Yahweh Bashim Shai continually. That is the fruit of our lips, giving thanks to his name. See? So that's what we do, right? We're sacrificing too. You see? We're sacrificing as well. Now let's go. Let's keep going. All right. What else does the Levites do? The priests, which we do now, the shadow of things to come, and maintenance of the temple. Look, serving as guards. You have certain brothers that'll stand post, stand watch. Oh, we're also watchmen, right? That's a guard. You're guarding the nation of Israel by warning them, being a watchman and prophesizing to them. Look, and performing other services. And there's many other things that we do as well that may not be on camera, but the main thing we do is what on camera is teaching. See, Levites also served as teachers and judges. Do we not teach you and judge manners? Oh, stay away from that. That's wicked. Yeah, that may be lawful, but it's not expedient. See, maintaining cities of refuge in biblical times. And that's what we are. We're a refuge. Okay. We're a refuge now. We're still in biblical times. The Lord has set us up. Isaiah 19 and 19. In that day shall there be an altar, a camp. Each camp is an altar. So we're a refuge. When a brother or sister comes by or watches a video, come rest with us. Thessalonians, if a brother wants to post in Thessalonians, come rest with us until the destruction comes. See? So you're resting, you have refuge. See? That's what the real priesthood would do to the Lord's people, is they would find rest, not someone on a microphone with a damn a clean pressed on purple garment asking this poor black woman with blonde weave limping down the street why she ain't got a dress on. You ain't gonna find refuge with them. IUIC is not the priest of the Lord. IUCPK is not the priest of the Lord. Okay? There's a real altar that's being set up to where when you walk by it, you can find help. You can find peace. You can find, solidarity, however you want to word it. That's the altars. That's the camps. That's the teachings. That's what the real priesthood would do. And that day shall there be an altar to Yahweh Shemel Shai in the midst of the land of Egypt, in the midst of what? Our captivity. There wasn't an altar in physical Egypt when we were there. The records don't speak of that because it's talking about this Egypt now where we were sent to under the curses. And a pillar at the border thereof to the Lord. So that's what? The camps. So you have Israelites, I don't mess with no camps. Well, you don't have refuge. You're just lost in the sauce. You're just still lost. You're still out here. You're just floating in the wind. You don't even have a priest. You don't even have a high priest. See? You don't even have a high priest. All right? Now I want to share something with you because in the spirit I titled it, You've Entered a Priesthood of the Prophets. Now, let me get this precept of water, brother. Okay? Going into the refuge. 2 Thessalonians 1 and 6, seeing is a righteous thing. Oh, let me start up. Well, I'll start at 6. It says, seeing is a righteous thing to the Most High, to recompense tribulation to them that trouble you, right? And you come by camp and you start sighing and crying. The Spirit got you opening it up. We've had that many times where brothers, or sisters, they come by camp or comment and they speak on something they're going through and then they get edification on a matter. We had an Israelite sister. Okay, I'm not going to go look for the video. I'm not going to find it. If you saw it, you saw it. It's not like this ain't the first time this has happened. We had a sister come by our camp and her husband was in the car and she parked the car and came and talked to us. And the Spirit was on me. I kept seeing that she had her man in the car. And I asked her, I said, is this your man? And she said, yeah, but he don't believe in this. And I said, that's fine. Let's get 1 Corinthians 7. Well, in the Spirit, we said that. Come to find out, she ran across IUIC and she started crying because in a short term of words, they told her basically she had to leave her man. She had to leave her man. And the Spirit, it jumped on me to let him know, no, you don't got to leave your man. Actually, you're supposed to stay with your man. You're supposed to be there for your man. And he's pleasing to dwell with. And she said, in my spirit, basically I was fighting it and I knew I wasn't supposed to believe or to leave him. But I was being told I got to leave him. See? So that's finding refuge, man, because you were troubled by adulterous ass Israelite, man. Troubled. And let's keep going. And it says, and to you who are troubled, rest with us. Going back, what does it say right here? Right here. Refuge. Refuge in biblical time. You see? Refuge in biblical time. Come rest with us. All right? That's the office of the priesthood, and you brothers have entered into that, man. Okay? You've entered into that. And it says, and to you who are troubled, rest with us when the Lord Yahweh Shai shall be revealed from heaven with his mighty angels, right? Taking vengeance on them that know not the Most High. All right, when you keep reading. You see? So let's go into this real quick. I was talking about the priesthood. Okay? Look at this. Did you know Jeremiah was a priest? So you had prophets that were also priests. You had priests that were also prophets. And here's a great one, Jeremiah. Jeremiah 1 and 1, the words of Jeremiah, the son of Hilkiah of the priests. Let's go into it. Look, go to Jeremiah, right? Right here. Jeremiah, the major prophet, son of Hilkiah of the priestly family. See? You've entered a priesthood of the prophets. See, there is a holy priesthood that's being built, man. There's a holy priesthood that's being built right now. And this is why you see, starting with our elders telling us, hey, you got to do lessons, if not daily, because that's daily sacrifice. Did the Levites give up daily sacrificing? Okay, let's look that up. Levites daily sacrifice. Levitical offering. Let's go right here. Let's put this in. Daily sacrifice. See, look, Daniel 12 and 11. And from the time that the daily sacrifice shall be taken away. See, that's going into what? The Greeks, when our sacrifice was taken away, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, this should be that. Yep, the abomination to make it deathless, Antioch, right? So see, the Lord took the sacrifice from the Levites. But now we have a sacrifice that Esau can't take away. So why focus on the Levitical priesthood that Esau was allowed to destroy the temple, the sacrifice, the altar, and now focus on the priesthood of Melchizedek, which is our high priest Yahushua, which Esau can't take away. He can't take away that sacrifice. He can't take that away. See? And every priest standing daily. That's why now to the best of our, there's days, well, I'll say there's weeks where I can do a sacrifice daily, meaning a lesson. Then there's other days, other weeks where maybe every other day, or maybe sometimes twice a day. Those are all sacrifices. That's what you've entered into. Every lesson, every temptation, every time you're enduring, every time you're praising the Lord, you're giving up a sacrifice instead of something for you. You're doing it for the Lord. Okay, like today at sundown is going to be the Sabbath. So your mind and spirit is what? Geared towards the Lord and not yours. Okay, to the best of your ability. All right, that's what we do. And you're in that spirit. Why? Because you've entered a priesthood of the prophets. The prophets are in a holy priesthood. They're holy prophets. They're separate from the rest, like the priests. They're separate from the rest of Israel. We're separate from the rest of Israel. We don't have that same spirit that Israel got on them, man. There's a different spirit that's on us than the rest of our people. It says, verse 2, to whom the word of the Lord came in the days of Josiah, the son of Ammon, king of Judah, in the 13th year of his reign. It came also in the days of Joachim, the son of Josiah, king of Judah, unto the end of the 11th year of Zedekiah, the son of Josiah, king of Judah, unto the carrying away of Jerusalem captive in the 5th month. Then the word of the Lord came unto me, saying, this is what the word of the Lord came unto a priest, saying, before I formed thee in the belly, I knew thee. See that? Before I ordained you to be a Levitical priest, I ordained you to be what? Look, and before thou camest forth out of the womb, I sanctified thee and ordained thee a prophet unto the nations. You see that? So here it is. We have a priest that was ordained to be a prophet. So brothers didn't know that they were a nation of priests. And then the spirit got on you, started prophesying. And then the spirit started getting on you, started getting more holy, more into this, and that's what you entering a priesthood of the prophets. You see, there's a different level. There's a different level that the Lord has opened us into. And like, even when you go here, the duties of the Levite, when you read Numbers 18, we are bearing this now. Okay. We all are bearing this office now, not the Levites. All right. We are as Israelite men. So don't ever let some Levite, okay, in captivity, all right, unclean, trying to live by the laws and ain't doing it right, proud as hell, all right, barely wearing fringes and pointing fingers at that, try to tell you that you're any less, okay? You an Israelite man serving the Lord, you've entered a priesthood of the prophets, okay? Because that's another thing. You have Israelites say that they're priests, but are you a prophet? But are you prophesizing? Are you holy? No, you're worldly. See, the worst kind is the worldly ones. We're not worldly. The spirit ain't on us to be of this world. The spirit's on us to be what? Holy. And that's what the priests were. But that's what we're all supposed to be. What's that? Is that Deuteronomy 7:6? A holy nation? I haven't got this in so long. I think it's Deuteronomy 7:6. This is one of them 2018 precepts. Yep. Deuteronomy 7:6. For thou art an holy people. See? Or the priest, a holy to Israel. For thou art a holy people unto the Lord thy God. The Lord thy God has chosen thee to be a special people unto himself above all people that are on the face of the earth. So we got to act like that. We got to carry ourselves like that. This ain't a precept just to say to a heathen. We need to say this to ourselves and apply it. This ain't just something you read to Esau, okay? This is something that you should be applying to yourself first. I'm holy, like a priest. I'm chosen, all right? Like ordained, like a prophet. See? We've entered the priesthood of prophet. That's why there's requirements that our apostles and elders give us. And then the camp heads with the individual camps or, church, but it's a camp, but in the spirit, it's a church. That's why Yahushua said to the 5 churches of this, but we're a camp, but in the spirit, it's a church. So each church has a camp head, and then there's orders that they give to their men that they follow. Then there's orders that's given to all of us that we follow. All right. So that's what the priesthood was all about, taking orders, following them, doing all these things that were supposed to be done. You see, I got that. We got that. We got that. Oh, we got that. We got that. Okay. I believe I made all my points. I believe that I actually made all my points. So, I'm going to end it there. This is a topic that you could continue to make beautiful compare and contrast topics, but you brothers, hey, that's your job. Okay. This is your book as well as it's mine. All right. Just like the priests would do, they'd read through the scrolls. But now as priests, we don't just got to read the Torah. I'm not knocking the Torah. That's another thing too. See, you have priests that all they focused on was the Torah. That's why they missed the mark about Yahushua. When Yahushua said, if you believed in Moses' writings, you believe me. He wrote of me. Just like today, I'm an expert in the law, but are you a prophet? What are you a prophet though? See, you brothers, you're prophets as well as priests, okay? And the sacrifices that you're making, it's already been made. Now the sacrifice are made are the lessons, the sacrifice of our lips, all those things of that nature. So I'm gonna end it there. I just pray that this was a edifying, sobering, uplifting, exhorting lesson, because this place teaches us that we're nothing. This place teaches us that we're nothing. I got one more. Just came to mind. I'm about to go. I got one more for you. Don't walk away. I got one more for you. You'd be at camp like one more. Because that's the Spirit just wants to give you one more. Romans 9. Watch this. The service. Romans 9 and right here, Romans 9:4. It says, who are Israelites, to whom pertaineth the adoption, you've been brought back, the glory, the kingdom, and the covenants, old and new, and the giving of the law. The Israelites are, but before the Levites only gave the law. Now we all can give the law. And the giving of the law, look, and the service of Yahweh. What's the service? The Levitical duties, but now have been given to us under what? The priesthood of Melchizedek and the restoration of the house of David and the service of the Most High and the promises. There you go. So we have that office now. We've been given the office of priesthood via the prophets. All right. So we've entered a priesthood of prophets, man. So I'm going to end it there. All right. I pray that you are edifying and exhorting the Spirit. All right. You have a purpose. You're somebody. Okay. You ain't just black. You ain't just brown. You ain't just light skin. All right. You're somebody. And you be the hopeful elect. You have entered into the purpose of a priesthood through the purpose of a prophet as a hopeful elect. That is a purpose. That's a purpose right there. Far greater than any position that Babylon could give you. Look at the position and role that your God through your Savior has given you. So take this serious, okay? Those lessons are serious. Take them that way. Your channel is your book. Take it serious, okay? Take it serious. So I'm going to leave it there. I want to give all praise, all honor, and all glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushua, Ba'ashem Rakak Kodash. I'd also like to give double honors to my elders and apostles of Great Millstone that do well. Peace and safety to the Lord's elect. With that being said, shalom.